the bros, I don't care what you think. 17 flash gonna go in a blink. Hey. Hey, Rich got them thirsty like, what do you drink? Last of the real, yeah, my kind be extinct. Bad little G used to drink from the sink. Whoa, whoa. No TLC, I'm too lit, we can't creep. Flight to Miami, I stay with that heat. Hopped on the jet, cause it's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And we will not see a run back on the open. Kickoff. This will be a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down and 7. They go play action here. Purdy rolling to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Purdy off the play fake. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And this one is right down Broadway. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. This 2nd and 4. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A give running right, Gibson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
49ers going to take another timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Powell down to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. He'll find Gibson here complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. That's Samuel, caught left side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Powell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing here, Howell. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Now it's Lockett. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Howell. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Near his goal line, here's Purdy. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Once more, Gibson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Flushed out right to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Little bootleg here, Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Howell, 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but You feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First down, here's Mitchell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Howell. Flush to his right. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Play action. Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A handoff for Gibson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Sly able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense Well, not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
In motion right, Debo. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Debo Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off play action. It's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Purdy now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Samuel going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll come up now on second down. Howell to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And
that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation. Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's 3rd and 7. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down.